Welcome back to the 2-1, and today I'm taking a look at the Dallas Cowboys and going over whether or not in the upcoming season I think they're a contender or a pretender. But before we get into that topic, question for those of you and comment down below, who do you think is the best player on the Dallas Cowboys? Dak Prescott, Ezekiel, Elliott, Amari Cooper, Ceedee Lamb, got someone on defense, got someone on the offensive line, whoever you got, comment down below and I'll give my answer again. But getting straight into it, I want to make it clear for this video, contender I am defining as Super Bowl contender. Not a team that wins a division or makes the playoffs or gets a playoff win. A team that is a tier 1 team that can make the playoffs and get all the playoff wins. Get a ticket to the big game, bring home the big trophy, be on that tier 1 status of being in a Super Bowl bubble, on the same par as the Bucks, as the Chiefs, as the Bills, as the Packers, as the Rams. Up there with tier 1. And pretender doesn't necessarily mean a awful team, a top 5 draft pick team, a below 500 team. It just means not on that tier 1 status. But getting straight into it, looking at the Dallas Cowboys as a whole, Dak Prescott coming back is obviously going to be the biggest thing for them this year. I mean, he's a top 10 quarterback, and he's going to be a huge candidate for comeback player of the year. The offensive line is going to be healthy again with Tyron Smith, Lyle Collins, Zach Martin. That's going to be looking sturdy again. Hopefully that can up Ezekiel Elliott's game. He really needs to turn things around for himself. Tony Pollard's right on his tail, who actually has a high talent. Not saying he's on the pace of replacing Ezekiel Elliott, but if Ezekiel continues to have downward years and shows regression, I can see the Cowboys looking into trading him, and being okay with sticking with Tony Pollard. Again, not saying that's going to happen, but it could head that way. Looking at the receiving room, Cowboys definitely have one of the best receiving corps in the NFL. Amari Cooper, Ceedee Lamb's on the come up. I mean, that's a top 10 receiver in Amari Cooper. Ceedee Lamb is on the verge. He might be top 15. I think he's right on the brink of it. They're one of the best wide receiver duos in the NFL. And then Michael Gallup as their third best receiver. Blake Jarwin at tight end. Nothing to brag about, but still a guy that has hands. Looking at the defense, that's where the biggest concerns are, of course. I think they're overpaying for DeMarcus Lawrence and Jalen Smith, but maybe this year they'll turn it around just like Dak and just like Zeke, hopefully, and they're safe. They got Micah Parsons in the first round. That's going to be a nasty pass rush between Parsons, Smith, and Lawrence, but we'll just have to see if it pans out. They took 2 guys in the secondary in the draft, Kelvin Joseph in the second round and Nashawn Wright in the third round to help out Trevon Diggs in that secondary. They definitely made major improvements this year. Just Dak coming back alone is going to give them at least 3 more wins than what they got last year at the bare minimum. He's a top 10 talent in the league, top 8 you could make the argument of. Dak Prescott is one of the better quarterbacks in the league. He's not getting $40 million for no reason. So I do like them this year to improve a lot more than I did last year. But contender or pretender, where does my vote go? Today, my vote is leaning towards pretender. Doesn't mean I think the Cowboys are bad. It just, in my opinion, they're 1 year away. I still think they need another offseason of getting guys on defense, gelling back together. Dak Prescott, Ezekiel Elliott, Amari Cooper, giving Ceedee Lamb 1 more year of reps, having the offensive line be sturdy once again, finding the right spot for DeMarcus Lawrence, Jalen Smith, Micah Parsons, and again, like I said, needing another offseason of building up the entire defense, whether it be secondary, whether it be pass rush, whether it be linebacker core. This team does need a little bit of help in my opinion. Linebacker core isn't that bad with Van Der Esch and Jalen Smith. They're both kind of linebackers, different positional plays, but still they need to work on it more. I do think this team is going to be much improved this year, but they are just not on the tier 1 status of a Buccaneers, of a Bills, of a Chiefs, of a Rams, of a Ravens, of a Browns, of a Titans, of a Packers. They're just not up there. Can they be below them? Yes. Can they get in the playoffs? Yes. Can they get a playoff win and steal one? Yes. But I just can't see the Cowboys bringing home a Super Bowl trophy just yet. I do think their future is promising if they could stop overpaying players. You know, Amari Cooper, as much as I like him, he's being paid as a top 5 receiver right now. He's not a top 5 receiver. Ezekiel Elliott, he's being paid, I believe, as like a top 3 running back right now. He's not playing like a top 3 running back. Dak Prescott, I think he's paid as a top 5 quarterback. He's not playing like a top 5 quarterback right now. Again, these guys have talent. I'm not saying they're not great, but these are top 10 guys being paid as top 5 guys, and they're just not that. And I don't like the Cowboys overpaying all that much, and they're overpaying for Lawrence and Jalen Smith as well. If things could turn around, if Dak and his leadership and just his presence can turn everyone around and make everyone worth their money, then they're going to have a bright future and they're going to have a bright year. But as of today, 2 things are holding me back. The defense, or 3 things. The defense, the team just isn't ready. I think they need to gel for a year. And 3, overpaying. So too much money, not enough chemistry and experience altogether just yet. And the third one or first one, whichever one you want to go in, is the defense is not ready just yet. I like this team in time. I haven't been confident in the Cowboys in the past few years, but I do think this is one year that could at least show them a lot of promise for the further and long-term years. I think they can make some noise this year. I don't want to play them. It's not a team I want to brush off and act like it's nothing if my team is playing them by any means, but they're not a team that I think I need to prepare for as if it was the reigning champs or the Kansas City Chiefs dynasty or the Josh Allen Bills or the, Green Bay Packers and Aaron Rodgers or the Matt Stafford Rams. I just don't think they're that caliber, but they're not the Jets or the Jaguars or the Texans or the Eagles or Lions either. I think they're middle of the pack to above average. I think they're a tier 2 team that, again, can make some noise, can win their division, could steal a playoff game depending on the matchup, but I don't expect them getting 3 playoff wins and getting a ticket to the big show, just not yet. In time, things will turn around. I believe if Jerry Jones could keep it up, if Dak Prescott can get into that class of a top 6, top 5 quarterback, once maybe Brady retires, maybe once someone loses a step, but until then, as of right now, I think they're going to be just short of being a serious contender. I wouldn't want to play them again. I wouldn't want to play them this year, like I said before, but I also wouldn't exactly fear them with everything. But you guys tell me, do you agree or disagree? Maybe you disagree and think they're a clear-cut contender. They're going to win the division, go to the Super Bowl, bring home the Lombardi Trophy. Dak is back and it's going to do it all. Or maybe you're with me thinking they're a pretender. They're just not ready yet. Or maybe you're stuck in the middle and just waiting to decide after week 1, seeing how Dak plays. I could see that being me as well. If Dak comes in week 1 and upsets Tom Brady and Tampa Bay Bucks week 1 and Tampa Bay, my opinion can change. Or if one of you guys comment your opinion on the Cowboys, maybe you'll say something or say a player or say a system that I'm just not thinking of, and maybe my opinion will change. I'm open for it. I'm open-minded and I'm unbiased as I can be. I'd like to see my mind change, but as right now, I'm sticking with pretender. You guys tell me your takes. And referring back to the question I asked earlier in the video, who do I think is the best Dallas Cowboy today? I would probably actually go with an offensive lineman, whether it be Lyle Collins, Zach Martin, or Tyron Smith. But I feel like it's kind of a boring pick. No one wants to hear that. So I'd probably go with Dak Prescott or Amari Cooper. It's close, but I'm leaning Dak just because he's a quarterback, and I think he's going to have an amazing comeback year. But you guys tell me your pick. As always, and of course, I truly appreciate it. Thank you for watching. 2-minute warning.